Hey everyone, welcome back. We're getting closer to early access and the team recently put out a new Paramaker video, so I thought today it would be fun to go through some of the Paramaker features that I think really make a difference in making the game feel more alive. These are a mix of smaller features and larger features. You can really tell that they put a lot of love and care into all of these, so I thought I'd just showcase some of these features because I'm really excited to play them. Let's start with posture. There's obviously a bunch of different sliders in Paramaker, but I absolutely love that we do have one for adjusting posture. You can make a para stand really upright or make them more slouched and relaxed or somewhere in between. And I feel like this just gives everyone a different vibe and adds some life into the game. So you can have paras walking around town with like a really slouchy kind of look or a really like upright posture. And it just seems like it's going to make the town feel way more alive and varied with all of these different characters that actually look visibly different in the way that they move and the way that they stand. The second is opening Paramaker from live mode. This is something that we've seen a few times now and I just love it. It seems a lot more natural, so you can go over to something like a mirror and just change your para's outfit from there as if they're actually using the item to get dressed. So no more loading screens or just a whole different system just to make these edits. I feel like it makes the game feel much more immersive and realistic and just all around like a really interesting way of approaching something like this. Next up we have clothing layers, so we're going to be able to select a jacket and then tops underneath it separately. This is really great. There's been so many times where I found a top that I've really liked and gone, ooh, this would be cute with a specific jacket, but it's just not possible to actually do that in the game. So this is going to be really fun to play around with. There'll probably be a lot of different combinations, so being able to choose like a fancy jacket or maybe a really casual one, and then being able to play around with the tops that are underneath, the different colors, the different styles. There's going to be so many things that we can tweak. So I'm quite looking forward to this one. I feel like I didn't know I wanted this one until I saw it, but nicknames, you'll be able to give your para a full name and a nickname. How great is that? I feel like it gives the game a bit more life. I have kind of been wondering about like how this will work in game. So is it in-game pop-ups that will reference a nickname, or do the paras actually have the option to call each other by nicknames or first names? I don't know, but I'm very curious about it. But while we're here, I thought I'd also point out that there's also the option to swap first and last name. Like the fact that this game has so much customization just for names is amazing. Something else that I love that isn't technically a Paramaker feature, but it is something that directly affects Paramaker, is the fact that there's one base body for all the paras. I think except for maybe babies and toddlers. So all paras, even masculine or feminine, are created from that one base, and that means that any para can wear any piece of clothing. So you can have a masculine para and give them a feminine top without that top actually giving them breasts. And I feel like this opens up gameplay and storytelling as well. So you could have your female para like borrow their boyfriend's shirt and actually wear it around, or you could have a teenager borrow their mum's favorite dress. How cute would that be? Next up, something else I love is the fact that we can change the patterns for most clothing. So not only do we have a color wheel to change the color of items, but we can also change the pattern of the fabric, like stripes or polka dots and things like that. It just makes each piece of clothing a lot more versatile. So you could have a skirt, give it a retro pattern to make it look like it's from the 80s, or you could give it a plain pattern to make it look more classic. There's just so many different options that we've got, so each piece is way more customizable than it would have otherwise been if we just had color. This is one of the things I'm also really looking forward to mods for as well. I'm sure the game already comes with plenty of pattern options, but just imagine the creativity the whole community will have and like what kinds of custom patterns people are going to come up with. I just feel like being able to make all of these changes with mods or without mods would just give our paras that little bit of extra personality and uniqueness and make the game feel a lot more lively. From what we've seen so far, I think that devs really put a lot of effort and thought into what went into Paramaker. There's just so many big and small details that really look like they'll just make a huge impact in our paras, and I cannot wait to play around with it myself during early access. It just really feels like we're going to be able to make truly unique paras and everyone will feel different and alive, and I'm just so looking forward to it. So let me know what Paramaker detail you're most excited about. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye everyone.